Hey guys, it's your girl Kiki on another segment on the Scorpion Temple, and I wish I was doing all right, but I gotta just update you guys. It's been a minute since we've talked to you guys. I've been trying to get Babe to do a podcast, but we've been so busy planning a wedding. We've been so busy planning everything and just trying to go on with our daily lives that it's just been really hard for us to just kind of take out the time to really talk. Usually, after work and after doing everything, we're kind of like in sleepy mode and stuff. So we haven't been really ourselves. I have to say, I thank you guys for sticking with us this whole entire podcast journey and just everything that's been going on. And I just want to, pray for you guys' healing, strength, keep motivating yourself and striving to do whatever you need to do to make your life better and make yourself feel better. Because, of course, self-love is the best love that anybody can give themselves. The reason for my podcast is just to let you know that I've been thinking of you guys. It's been a lot of stuff going on between just in a relationship and then just everything. One thing that I did want to touch bases on tonight, just for a few minutes, is everybody being in your damn business, okay? Now, I've learned the hard way not to involve anybody in your business, because there's one quote that I would like to quote tonight on this podcast is, a listening ear is also a running mouth. If you trust in somebody, to talk to them and confide in them and tell them your, worst fears or, just anything that's going on in your mind. It doesn't even have to be negative. It could be positive as well. Just watch who you tell your stuff to. Watch who you tell your business to. There's a lot of jealous people out there, and somebody told me today that misery loves company. If they're miserable in their own relationship or their lives or whatever is going on with them, then of course, on the flip side, they're going to want your relationship or your life, or it doesn't even have to be a relationship, just be an everyday thing to be, miserable and everything like that. So just keep your circle very small on who you talk to. Don't share everything with everybody, because some people can't handle those people. Well, not those people, but what's going on in your life. Whether it be job related, it could be school, it could be friends, it could be family, it could be a spouse, or it could be anybody. Really not even a spouse, but it could be friends, family, co-workers, colleagues. It could be all of that. And when they see somebody doing really good and they're not doing good and they would like to be in your shoes, they're going to do everything in their power to make your life miserable. And sometimes as people, we don't see it through our eyes. We look at it as it's no wrongdoing, that you're just talking to that person, you're confiding in them on whatever is going on with you, whether it be good, bad, ugly, positive, sweet, whatever. And then they'll listen and they'll act like they understand. Then they'll turn around and tell the next person and switch your words around to make it seem like that's what you said, but really you didn't say. So it's really he say, she say, you know what I'm saying? So just keep it between you and the person that you trust the most. And if it is about your significant other, by all means, go back to them and talk to them. No matter how ugly or it may seem, or, you might be nervous to tell them just based off the outcome or what their thoughts would be. But just know that we have no right to judge anybody. Nobody is perfect. Everybody has their flaws. Everybody has their, opinions about any situation that might come aboard. So we just have to take consideration of people's feelings and their thoughts and their actions and go from there. but just keep it between you and your little bitty circle. I know there's a lot of people that have multiple friends, maybe 5 or more, and they want to, just have that girl talk or that guy talk. And out of the 5 guys that talk, you turn around and it might be 2 guys that go back and tell their wives. And their wives go and tell their girlfriends, and their girlfriends go tell their girlfriends, and now everybody else knows your business. And by the time it gets back around to you, what was said, it's totally jacked up. It's kind of like playing telephone. In school, when you played telephone, the teacher told you to get all in a line or in a circle, and you whisper something in the person's ear. You think of something and you whisper into the first person's ear. Then the first person listens and then passes it on to the second person. The second person listens and passes it on to the third. The third listens, 4th, 5th, 6th, and however many people is in that circle or that line. And then once it gets back to the original person that said it, it's totally all wrong. That's not exactly what they said. That's what happens in our everyday lives when you're involving other people into your business. It turns around and flips to where it's not even what you said. You could say let's say you could say somebody to Jerry, okay, and you tell Jerry, I just got a promotion, but I don't think I want it. And then they go to Sally and they say, well, shoot, Paula says she's just getting a promotion, but she says she don't like it, but she also says she hates this job. Then they go and they add something else to it, and they add something else to it. And then by the time it gets around to you, it's like, oh, well, you said that you're getting a promotion. You don't like this job. You don't want to take it. And now somebody else is up for running. So it just literally just went 360 on whatever you just said. So just keep your circle of communication very light, very short. Only through a couple of people that you can really, really trust, because not everybody you can trust. Like I said, the quote was, a listening ear is also a running mouth. Meaning somebody might listen to what you're saying and comprehend and take everything in and be there for you. And you think they're comforting you and they're supporting you and they're not judging you and this and that and the third, but they also have their opinions about what you just told them, whether it's bad, especially if it's bad, and it's about somebody. It doesn't matter who it might be, that somebody might be, it just that person. They're going to either go back to the person that you're talking about and tell them, and then switch your words around to make it seem like it was bad for what you said, and then make it 10 times worse than what you put it. Or they're going to go to somebody that they know and tell, and then they know who they know is going to tell, and they knew who they knew is going to tell, and it's just back to back to back. So, if you can trust your parents, by all means, talk to your parents. You, of course, need trust in your relationship. So you trust your spouse, go talk to your spouse, unless it's about your spouse. There's also counseling out there. If you really need to get something off your chest, the counselors, of course, keep it strictly confidential. So whatever you tell them behind closed doors stays between you and the counselor. And that's the reason why they're in the profession that they're in, is to talk to people and get them through their problems. If not, the first person that you should be going to is God. Of course, God is never going to turn around and tell somebody else in their sleep or in their ear what's going on with you. It's strictly between you and God. So keep that relationship, of course, with God, number one, personal, number one, honest, and always come to him with your problems, because he will never judge you. He died for our sins for a reason. He already forgiven you for whatever you've done. And even if it's good, bad, whatever, you're nervous about something, you have fear, he's there for you. And he doesn't answer in our physical voice. He answers through a spiritual voice and through your spiritual ear. So you just have to calm down, be quiet, and listen. But like I said, keep your circle very, very small on who you tell your business, because, you never can trust everybody that you talk to, that will keep it confidential between you and that person. And if they do, 9 times out of 10, if they do, I can't say 9 times out of 10, but some people, if you do confide in them and they do be quiet, then they'll become judgmental and they'll go, oh my God, I can't believe she just told me that. Or, oh my God, I can't believe he just told me that. What is wrong with them? Blah, 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 blah. I feel so uncomfortable. I don't know why they said that. And you were just basically venting, or you were basically just sharing an opinion or a thought that you needed to get off your chest. A lot of people, look forward to somebody, their best friend or their colleague or their parents, to talk to and be that support. If you don't have that support, or you think you might have that support, and turn around and they're really not there to support you, they're only there to hurt you or take what's yours, then that's not a good person to be talking to. That's absolutely not a good person to talk to. Of course, when you talk to somebody and you confide in them, you want to be able to trust them to keep it between you and him, you and them, not him, but you and them. Is it him? Is it him? Or is it her? Is it her? Whatever. Keep it between you two. Unless you involve multiple people in there at one time, then of course you're keeping it between that little circle. But just be careful of who you share your business to. And even those that you don't share your business to, there's always somebody that's listening and don't get the full story about what's going on, and they'll share it anyways. They'll share bits and pieces of what they heard based off the conversation that they snuck and heard, or whatever. It was maybe said something out loud, or they came in the room at the wrong time and they caught only bits and pieces of it. That's not going to help. So like I said once before, just keep people out of your business. If you have a problem with that person, no matter how ugly it might seem or how, blunt you might be, tell that person, because they'll never know if you don't tell them. And then you tell somebody else, and then they get it from somebody else that you told them, and it's not what you actually said, will hurt that person 10 times worse than you actually coming to them telling them. So I'm saying this from experience. I trusted a lot of people, came to a lot of people about different things, and they did not hold up their end of the bargain. They did not keep it between me and them. They told everybody. So now it causes confliction and confusion and just tension and in between everybody. So, you always want to keep that circle or that square or that little triangle. The triangle is 3. A circle could be multiple people, but it needs to stay in that circle. And I know that people tell you, well, you can trust me to talk to me. We can just like telling somebody that you love them, and you're like, oh no, I love you. And then you turn around and you do something to them that, of course, obviously you don't love them because you just hurt them. So, it could be multiple things that's going on that can make you feel uncomfortable. But again, not everybody that you talk to is miserable and jealous of whatever you're going through. Maybe you got a promotion. Maybe you're making more money and they're still stuck in the same position, and they're like talking crap about your behind your back, but then smiling in your face. That's also a form of two-faced in them. That's not even a word, but being two-faced. You're smiling in my face and grinning like you're my friend or you're my this and my that. But then you turn around my back and then you say, oh yeah, Sally got a new promotion, and I really think I was supposed to be that promotion because, I have the more qualifications and I'm certified and this and that and the third. I have a lot of knowledge, and I've been at this company for 14 years and they've only been here for 1. It gets that high. It gets that heavy. And really, you didn't ask for the promotion, but obviously somebody saw potential in you for the position and they gave it to you. But this person has been working hard for this for 14 years, didn't get it offered, and they feel some type of way. Just like in a relationship, or just like even with your kids, or even with your parents, or, next door neighbor, the store clerk, I don't know, whatever. It could be with whoever, whatever, for whatever reason, just kind of keep your circle tighter than expected. You choose who you feel is comfortable. You're more comfortable being in that circle, and, keep it in that circle. Keep it in that circle. So I was just letting you guys know about, just that. Learning from experience and stuff, it's caused a lot of tension between a lot of people, and a lot of he say, she say is not good. Of course, you want to go straight to the source and talk to that person. And if there is no source, get everybody that's involved and sit down and talk to them all in one time. So that way everybody can get out their thoughts and their views, and nobody's saying, well, he said this. The he is still there and the she is there too. So it's always good to do that as well, to kind of just nip it in the bud, so nobody has eyebrows raised or questions in their head and deep thoughts as to what, where, when, how, and why, and stuff like that. You never want to wonder why. You never want to wonder what if. You never wonder, what could have been or what should have been or whatever like that. It should be already. Now we already know. So just keep that in mind, guys. I'm just updating you real quick on my thoughts, what was crossing my mind, and what I haven't shared of, a podcast in a while. So I thought I would just talk to you guys tonight. I hope you guys have a wonderful week coming up, because it is almost Monday. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope you guys are... I hope you guys are really good and, doing everything that you need to do as far as, just your daily lives and everything. And I will talk to you guys later. So peace. Have a good night.